The following broadcast is a presentation of iRacing Motorsport Simulations live on PTR TV. We'd like to thank all of our partners for their support.
He may get the run on the outside, off of the back straightaway. 26 at Hallmark, trying to go 3 wide, no one with them.
Talking and bobbing and weaving down the back straightaway, looking for a way around. The 5 machine trying to take a look underneath the 3 car. He's gonna dive in down to the bottom. A huge move down to the bottom of the racetrack.
Back bumper. Can anything happen through the tri-oval? Walker Thomas to the inside. Here he comes to the outside. Side by side through the tri-oval. The 14. It's going to be a photo finish to the line. Who's going to get it? Walker Thomas.
Machine coming out of turn number 4. Tiller looking to go 3 wide, almost 4 wide. He's going to try to look for a gap. Bobbing and weaving for the lead down through the tri-oval.
Photo finish.
2 by 2. The 65 gets the win.
Red Bull GRCs are now available on iRacing. I personally put my blood, sweat, and tears into this thing, developing the cars, the tracks, the dirt, making sure it is authentic as possible, and I really think you guys are going to love it. The best part is that this 600 horsepower Volkswagen Beetle is free to all members. So get signed up now and come race me online.
Welcome, I'm Racing TV, here tonight with the Hardline Racing League here at Myrtle Beach Speedway, a short track racing action here tonight in these Xfinity vehicles. Joining me in the booth tonight, as always, I'm Brandon Krutz, Evan Black joining me, Corey Silva going as our producer tonight, and yeah, Evan, we're ready for a great night of racing.
Yeah, Myrtle Beach is such a fun track, really short track out here. I believe it's a half mile. And 54% fuel mix tonight, one fast repair for these drivers.
It should be a really good show here tonight, and yeah, these drivers obviously, if they're not used to racing short tracks, this is a true short track here tonight, and I think this will be a really good show. It's a very unique shape, by the way. It's more of a D shape oval on a half mile than it is anything else, so it may play its own challenges for these drivers.
Yeah, its shape is kind of similar to Richmond, which we broadcasted last night, except it's a little bit shorter and there is nowhere near as much banking.
Yeah, absolutely, and yeah, qualifying underway now, and so far at the top of the board, it looks to be Ryan Hart with 18.175.
Yeah, and he's over a 10th quicker in second place, Jacob Adams. It's a really nice lap for Hartz. 13 drivers currently have made a lap. Just about 2 minutes left in qualifying.
Yep, so these drivers trying hard to beat that top time right now, and many struggling to do so. 18.715 up at the top of the board right now. Top three so far in qualifying are Ryan Hart, Joshua Adams, and Jacob Adams.
Looks like only one driver out on track right now, the 3 of Cody Griffin. He is getting ready to make his first lap.
These guys just, you know, trying to get settled in right now and, you know, we're getting ready for race time here.
Cody Griffin coming through 3 and out of 4. We'll see what lap time he can run. He did not get any practice, but he's going to be going to 15th. Not the greatest lap, but that is his first lap on this track tonight. Improves a couple tenths on his second lap. Remains in 15th though.
He is the last car to turn a lap right now. Cars that have not turned a lap yet include Kyle Zimmer, Casey Shue, Rusty Capel, Cody Tabor, and Thomas Bressie.
"20 seconds remaining now in qualifying. Doesn't look like anyone else is currently out on the track.
No, doesn't look like anyone else is going to turn a lap here. That is the end of qualifying right now, so let's bring you your PTR TV starting lineup. Starting on pole, out of the 20 drivers here starting the race tonight is the 03 of Ryan Hart. Starting in second is Joshua Adams. Then it's going to be Jacob Adams starting in the third position. Fourth is going to be Shane Tarrant. Fifth is Matthew Bell. Then it's Tyler Hensley, Briar LaPrade, Walker Thomas, Gahel Holmes, and Tanner Allen rounding out the top 10. Evan?
And Baron Labosco starting to look at the path according to his outside. Cole Begunia in 13th, Cole Borgstetten to his outside. And then Cody Griffin in 15th, then Rusty Capel, Casey Shue, Thomas Bressie, Kyle Zimmer, and Cody Tabor rounding out the field in 20th.
That is your starting lineup here tonight with the Hardline Racing League here at Myrtle Beach Speedway. The tricky half mile here tonight, and these guys ready to go short track racing here on the half mile.
Yeah, and one thing to point out, this is the cutoff race for the playoffs. 12 drivers will make the playoffs. I'll give you the top 12 right now. Cole Begunia is leading the points by 18 points over second place Thomas Bressie. Cody Griffin is in third, Patrick McLaren 4th. Briar Pratt in 5th, Jacob Adams 6th, Joshua Adams 7th, and then Walker Thomas, Tyler Hensley, Rusty Capel, Tanner Allen, and Nathan Velez are the top 12. But Nathan Velez is not here tonight, so that will most likely get Casey Shue into that final playoff position.
Yeah, absolutely. So, should be an interesting battle here tonight. It's a short track, so temper is going to be heated either way, but this is the cutoff race for the points for the chase So these guys going to be fighting that much harder, especially the ones that are right around the bubble. Looks like pace car is now starting to roll off pit road. 20 cars ready to take the green flag and go racing here tonight from the Myrtle Beach Speedway.
So the stage tonight will be ending on lap 85, and remember, no caution for the stage in this league.
Yeah, absolutely. Unlike Cyber Racing Association, the other league that we have that has the stages, they throw cautions at their stages. Hardline does not. So a pretty unique factor for them is they get the 1 to green signal at the stand.
Yeah, one more lap till we get underway here at Myrtle Beach. And one thing to point out about the stages is they're going to be so important tonight because of this being the cutoff race for the playoffs.
Yeah, absolutely, Evan, and important they will be. Pace car getting ready to make that hard left turn into pit lane. It does. 20 cars ready to go. Green flag racing here at Myrtle Beach, the Hardline Racing League Contender Series. These guys are on the gas. We're underway. Green flag in the air.
Brian Hart's got a really good jump over the 88 of Adams. He will clear for the lead, but Adams is trying to get to the back bumper of the 03 Harts as they're a little bit 3 wide behind them.
Yeah, 3 wide going down the back straightaway. Now simmer down into 2 wide action here, and these guys gonna attempt to go side by side now down the front straightaway.
Brian Pratt is trying to get by the 5 of Hensley for, I believe that's his 5th position, where Pratt gets really loose, but will clear Hensley out of 2.
Chops Hensley's nose off. I don't know if Hensley's gonna appreciate that one much, but it is short track racing. You gotta, you know, kind of give and take here, especially at the beginning of this thing. And these guys gonna have to learn that quite well tonight.
Cahill Holmes is trying to get by the 12 of Walker Thomas. He had his nose under him, but backed off out of 2.
Yeah, this is a battle for around the 8th position, or 7th position rather, and it looks like the 33 machine gonna try to dive down in there now, almost put the bumper to the 12 machine that time by, not gonna happen.
Hensley is looking underneath the 14 of Pratt, can't do anything quite yet. Well, Pratt gets into the wall just a little bit. They're gonna be side by side into 1. 14 of Pratt backs off.
Hensley makes his way around to LaPrade. Maybe was going to look for the crossover that time. Not going to happen there. And Tyler Hensley walking away with that position.
Already a lot of different lines coming into effect here. As I saw the 38 of Shane Tarrant all up in the 3rd groove. I don't know if he was intentionally doing that or if he just went up there.
This track, I think the bottom line is the place to be right now, but once this track gets rubbered in, that bottom line gets rubbered in, and it has 250 laps to do so. But you know, there will be multiple grooves playing into this race, and that's something that this track is known for.
Yeah, there's a battle going on right now for 13th between the 81 of McLaurin and the 3 of Griffin. Griffin looking to the inside of McLaurin, trying to bring Thomas Bressi with him, so that Griffin will clear. Now Bressi to the inside of the 81.
Bressi now gonna look on the inside of the 3 machine of Griffin as well. They're gonna be side by side heading down the back straightaway.
Bressi started it in the back. He's done a pretty nice job to get up here to the 14th position.
Yeah, only 8 laps in. Now he's looking to be into the 14th position, and yeah, Bressi trying to work his way up through the field and doing a pretty good job of it.
And Griffin is doing a really nice job for how limited practice he had. He only made 2 laps, and that was qualifying.
Yeah, very impressive for sure. And it looks like Walker Thomas has some company behind him, and he's putting pressure on the 14 machine on the Pride.
Yeah, the 33 of Cahill Holmes is right on the back bumper of Thomas, and Thomas is right on the back bumper of LaPrade. All these drivers looking like they're really sliding into the corners. Holmes is putting the bumper to Thomas, just letting him know he's there.
Yeah, absolutely. Walker Thomas holding his ground nicely, though, and still keeping the pressure on the 14 machine in front of him. Now looking to the inside this time. Not going to make it happen that time by.
In this battle, he was bringing the 31 of Allen right up to them. We'll see if he can do anything to get by these drivers up here. He's looking to the outside of the 33 of Holmes. Can't do anything quite yet.
Meanwhile, these guys are all starting to catch the 5 machine of Hensley, and in front of them, the machine in front of them looks to be...
But Taryn? As Hensley gets into the wall a little bit into 3.
Yeah, a little bit no harm, no foul. And now Walker Thomas almost up the outside wall that time by, but it's short track racing, guys, and contact's going to be made somewhere along the line. These guys aren't really concerned about bent fenders.
Looks like there might have been a crash in one.
Caution on the speedway now. Trying to find where that one came from. It looks like down the front straightaway. It was the 33 machine.
We also had an incident just before that. The 20 of Zimmer hard into the wall in 1. And then the 33 looks like he got
hit by the 31
of Allen, and that just sent him right around.
31 drifted up the racetrack a little bit. It looks like there was contact made, sent the 33 around to the bottom of the racetrack down the front straightaway.
Nice job by the 33 though to keep it off of the wall. So the only thing that's going to lose is track position. But the 31 of Allen.
Coming down pit road.
Yeah, everyone's coming down pit road. We'll see if the 33, if he gets back up to Allen, if he'll do anything for some retaliation.
Now keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, none of these guys are used to this pit road at all. This track is not really used for this type of racing too often, not really used with this high-powered cars, so most of the time when you're racing here, you won't really have to utilize much of the pit lane here, but these guys doing it here tonight, and something else that they're going to have to get used to. Looks like Ryan Hart's easily going to make it off pit road first.
Yeah, and one thing that these drivers can't think about is the strategy. With this being a short track, usually you can do 2 or 4 tires, or do 2 tires and it'll work out better sometimes.
Yeah, absolutely, Evan, and that's a really good point.
So we might see some strategy calls coming later in this race.
So these guys back under pace speed now behind the iRacing.com pace car. And yeah, we got about, well, 16, 17 laps before that yellow came out, Evan. What did you see that you weren't maybe expecting?
Well, I was kind of surprised by actually how clean these drivers were running, and they were kind of all trying to take care of their cars and not really rough up on each other too much. Usually we don't see that on short tracks.
Yeah, good point. And early in this thing, maybe that'll change towards the end of this, maybe the last 100 to 50 laps here. But yeah, right now these guys giving each other plenty of room for the most part, and we've seen some really good racing so far.
Yeah, I know neither of us have ran this combo here before, but you're more of the short track racer. What would you kind of expect for a fuel mileage with the 54% limit?
You know, I'm really not sure, and I don't even want to throw out a guess out there right now because I definitely won't be close. I've never raced on this track before. I've never really had to play the fuel mileage game on a short track, but I'm not really expecting this to go green flag racing all the way to green flag pit stops, but that's another thing that we may have to mention. These guys have to make green flag pit stops. That's something that these guys have never even had to think about at this type of track.
Yeah, good point. As we are coming back to the green, pace car on the pit road and waiting for the 03 of Hearts to get on the throttle. Coming out of 4 and to the front stretch. He's on the throttle. We were back underway here at Myrtle Beach. Hearts once again got a really good start, but Bell also wants an amazing start getting by the 88 of Adams. As Adams is going around.
He goes around. He gets turned down to the center of the pack.
There was 2 different wrecks there. Adams went around and so did Walker Thomas.
Tyler Hensley going down through behind the wall there to avoid that. That was actually a pretty good maneuver from him. Let's see, go back and see what happened there. The 88 machine of Adams.
It looks like he just tried to drive it in deep and clear the 8. That was two brothers tangling up. That's his brother that turned him.
Didn't quite happen, and Hensley kind of getting shoved down below, behind the wall there. Walker Thomas also involved, the 54 machine of Lubasco involved in that as well.
Yeah, these Lubasco and Thomas made contact before those two drivers in front of them did.
So yeah, two separate wrecks going on there, but I was talking about it, Evan. You know, cautions bring cautions, and it's going to be hard for these guys to get back to a solid green flag run.
Yeah, I really don't think anyone got too bad of damage out of that, especially with it being a short track. Everyone should be fine. Just some lost positions and some bent fenders, and maybe some hurt feelings.
Yeah, absolutely. But 23 laps into this thing now, and you know, these guys, they know what they're doing in this league. We went on an off week, and Evan and I both raced. And these are some really fast, clean drivers in this league. And, you know, it is very... Could pull this off, racing at a short track like this, and, you know, saying, like, yeah, we just had 2 cautions in a row. That'll happen anywhere. That'll happen in real life. You know, but for the sim racing aspect, not many leagues, or real life series for that matter, would be able to pull this type of racing off like this league has so far this season.
Yeah, very good point. Should be coming to the 1 to green this time. We will find out. Nope, 2 to green this time. Two to green now, going into 3 and 4.
So these guys ready to go back racing here.
And another thing to point out, I know we've talked about it a little bit before, but with these 2 cautions, any driver that gets in the wrecks, they can fix their cars right back with the quick repairs, which is a really nice thing to have, especially at a short track.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, lights on the pace car are off. These guys stacked up, doubled up, and ready for the green flag, Evan.
Yeah, pace car pulling in the pit road, 03 Hearts inside, 95 of Bell on the outside. Going through 3 and 4, coming to the front stretch and the green flag. Waiting now for Hearts to get on the throttle. He does. We're back underway here at Myrtle Beach.
Little bit cleaner of a restart so far. Now heading down into turn number 1. It looks like the 7 machine of, I believe that's Begunia, trying to make some moves out to the outside there.
Yeah, Shane Tan looking down to the inside of Begunia. Nothing doing quite yet.
Begunia up to the 3rd position now. Where did he come from? I didn't see him up out front in the beginning of this thing, but he's up there now, and he has a little bit of company from behind.
Yeah, Begunia has done a really nice job working his way up through this field. He started back in 13th, so up 10 positions for Begunia early in this race.
Shane Tarrant right on his back bumper now, and it looks like the 8 machine of Adams trying to get into this game as well.
Yeah, 8 of Adams was involved in that last wreck, so he lost a few positions from that. As Shane Tarrant is looking under Begunia for the 3rd position. Looks like he will easily get by. No, not quite. Begunia fighting back on the high side.
They're going to be side by side down the front straightaway. Now Adams looking underneath the 7 machine of Begunia. They're going to be side by side here off of turn number 2.
Yeah, Begunia got a pretty good run out of 2. He had a slight advantage into 3, but Adams drove it in really deep into turn number 3.
It looks like Adams still trying to hang on to that inside. Vagunia trying to hang on to the outside line here, and he drifts up a little bit higher that time by. They both drift up the racetrack through the center of the corner. Still going to hang in 2x2 down the front straightaway, or the back straightaway rather.
Yeah, Vagunia got really tight out of 2, and that was able to give Adams to the position as Noah Pratt is all over the back bumper of Vagunia.
Yeah, Tyler Hensley and Briar LaPrade were just side by side there a little while ago. That seems to have cleared up now. Now he's looking on the back bump of the 7 as Vagunia gets really loose off of turn number 2.
Well,
now the 14 ducks underneath.
Yeah, diving it down into 3s right on the left rear quarter panel, losing a little bit off in 4.
Not going to make it work that time by. He trying to get underneath the 7 machine. Didn't quite work. Now he's got even more company from Hensley, but Hensley has company from behind him with the 31 machine.
Yeah, Allen hit the curb out of turn number 2, and that popped him up where he lost a lot of ground.
It looks like the 88 back there trying to make up some ground now as well.
Yeah, underneath the 3 of Griffin. Griffin got really loose into turn number 1. He did a nice job holding on to it. A little bit of contact out of 2.
I would like to point out, look at who made his way into the top 10. Now Thomas Bresci sitting up here in the 9th position right now, and he's looking on the back bumper of the 31.
Yeah, he's done a really nice job getting up there. He started back in 18th. He's now looking down for 8th as there's a battle going on with Pratt in the wall. Hensley was able to get by him with no issue.
Hensley gets by him, and now the 31 looking underneath him. The 31 being Tanner Allen. Tanner Allen working his way up through the field or attempting to. Now Thomas Bresci sees a gap, maybe trying to go for it. Not going to happen that time by, but he's got company from Adams in the 88.
Bresci looking to the outside, now on the outside of
boy, this is getting
Allen.
tight. They're stacking them up down there in turn number 4.
They all got loose out of 4 there. Looks like Bresci will clear the 31 now over after the 14 of Brad.
Yeah, everyone keeps it green, however. Now Thomas Bresci trying to get right to the back bumper of the 14 machine once again. He actually gained a position out of that whole thing.
Yeah, 24 looking under the 14 of Brad. Can't do anything quite yet, and in 1 and 2, we'll see if he can do anything in the 3.
LaPrade gets a little bit of loose off of turn number 2. Now heading down into turn number 3. 31 look at the outside. Thomas Bresci with nowhere to go against the 14 machine. Almost stacked him up once again.
Bresci's been quite a bit better than LaPrade into 1 as 88 of Adams drove it in really deep under the 31 of Allen. Looks like he will lose some positions.
The 88 ducking underneath Tanner Allen right now. Adams being on the 88 machine. And they're going to be side by side heading down into turn number 1. It looks like Adams has the advantage, but can't quite clear yet.
Looks like he will clear out of 2, just barely 3 of Cody Griffin.
Oh, wow, Griffin.
How did he save that car?
He's at just that daggone good, apparently. That was an amazing save on a 3 machine.
That was a wreck, but the caution didn't come out, and he kept it straight pretty much. He was so sideways.
He wrecked it, but he didn't there, and a way to keep that car straight, Griffin. Now a battle between the 14 and the 24, heating up once again, and the 88 still right there to pounce in case anything were to happen.
Bresci is quite a bit better than LaPrade, but just cannot find a way around him without using the bumper. And that's bringing the 88 of Adams right up to them. We know Adams has a really good car. He was in 3rd when he got spun.
Yeah, and, well, Adams working his way back up. And it looks like, wow, Briar LaPrade taking a high line that time by unintentionally. I think he overdrove it into the corner just a little bit. Thomas Bresci wasn't able to pounce on that opportunity, but now Bresci right there. Bresci trying to move away from the 88 machine, almost got to the back bumper of the 14.
Bresci's driving in maybe a little bit too deep into these corners, and that might be hurting him off. As this group of drivers is coming up onto the 5 of Tyler Hensley, Stan LaPrade's going to have to find a way around him.
Now Bresci right to the back bumper of the 14 machine that time. Not going to make anything happen that time by, however, but they are catching the 5 machine. Maybe, just maybe, Bresci could use him as a pick.
Bresci is starting to put the bumper to LaPrade just a little bit, just letting him know he is there. Now he wants to get by.
Bressie starting to get a little bit impatient, I would say, by the looks of it, but you never know what's going through the minds of these drivers. But yeah, 4 cars under a blanket right now, maybe soon to be 5 or 6 cars that are going to be trying to fight for the same position. Caution flag on the speedway. Believe it's turn number 2.
The 9 of Rusty Capel is around. Looks like
yeah,
Cole Borgstad just turned him.
Yeah, Borgstad was going in the corner. It looked like they got really stacked up there. Borgstad didn't really have anywhere to go. And it looked like a couple of cars were already starting to slide up the banking a little bit there. Maybe drove it in a little bit too hot, but the 54 and the 4, the 9 had caught up to them really quickly, had to check up hard, and Borgstad had tried to slam on the brakes, nothing he could do. So that'll bring out the caution flag once again.
I would expect to see everyone on pit road.
And that they are.
Now, the question is, do you do 2 tires, do you do 4 tires?
Looks like the 20 machine stayed out. He just stayed out to lead a lap, it looks like.
Yeah, he is down pit road right now. So only about 35 laps to go in this stage. Do you think it'll go green to the end of the stage, or will there be a caution?
You know, it's hard to say. These guys doing a really good job here tonight, and but I feel like there could be one more caution off a restart.
Yeah, the easiest place to get a caution is on the restarts. Just because everyone's all bunched up. We saw it a few times last night in the ASRS race at Richmond.
Absolutely, and it is really hard to, well, I wouldn't say it's really hard, but it's not easy to get a super clean restart on these short tracks. You know, everyone trying to get the advantage, everyone trying to fight for positions. Sometimes everything just gets stacked up, and these guys have nowhere to go, and it's really hard to avoid contact.
Yeah, and on these short tracks, it's so much easier to spin the tires just because of how different the gear ratio is than a normal track.
Yeah, absolutely. Very short gear, especially on a track like this, Myrtle Beach Speedway, only about a half mile in length. So, yeah. And league officials are giving Cole Borgstad the penalty for that last wreck. Just get sent back to the end of the pack. So,
so lights are out on the pace car. We'll be coming back to the green next time by. Reinhardt on the inside, Matthew Bell outside, Jacob Adams second row inside, Colt Lagunia second row outside.
I would like to point out that there is still, well, 17 cars on the lead lap here so far. Pace car makes that left turn down into the pit lane. Ryan Hart's in the 03, Matthew Bell onto the outside of the 95 machine, awaiting the drop of the green flag once again. Green flag back in the air, we're underway once again.
Bell did a really good job of timing that start. He's been right on the back bumper Hart's.
Hart's with a big advantage down through turns 1 and 2 now. It seems to be kind of clustered down the back straightaway, heading into turn number 3, the 7 trying to gain the position.
Yeah, Bagunia, he started back in. Oh, Walker Thomas hard in the
outside wall. He keeps it going straight, but that was heavy contact.
It's really going to hurt that race car, but as we were saying, Bagunia, he's done a really nice job. He started back in 13th, and he's all the way up to 2nd. Wreck on the back stretch.
Caution flag in the air once again.
Is that Adams?
The 88 of Adams looked to be involved. Heavy
Tanner
contact.
Allen.
Yeah, Tanner Allen went up. Heavy contact with the 88 machine. That sent them both around. Tanner Allen managing to save it, but the 88 machine making pretty heavy contact with the inside wall, and he'll be lucky if he doesn't have any radiator damage, at least from that one, causing some overheating issues.
Yeah, Adams just had to check up a little bit so he wouldn't get into Griffin, and then Allen just did not expect that checkup and came up like he wasn't there. So I would just call that racing instant, but we'll see what the league officials decide.
So, I don't believe any of these guys are gonna go in for pit stops here. So, well, we have the opportunity. We're gonna go for a quick side-by-side commercial break. We'll see you when you come back.
Red Bull GRCs are now available on iRacing. I personally put my blood, sweat, and tears into this thing, developing the cars, the tracks, the dirt, making sure it is authentic as possible, and I really think you guys are going to love it. The best part is that this 600 horsepower Volkswagen Beetle is free to all members. So get signed up now and come race me online.
Welcome back to PTR TV. Right now we're getting back to go to the green flag. Pace car pulling down into pit road. Ryan Hart's the leader, Colt Begunia in second. Waiting on Hart's to get on the throttle. And he does. Green flag is back in the air.
Heading down into turn number 1 right now. It looks like they're going to be side by side for the second position. Hartz with a great restart once again, but he didn't pull away as much that time as he did before. Bell fighting Begunia back onto the inside.
Yeah, both drivers really close there out of 4. It looks like Begunia will clear for the spot, but Bell is trying to fight back on the inside. Bell driving in deep into 1 and 2. Dead even down the back straightaway and into 3.
Heading down through turns 3 and 4. They're still even down here off of turn number 4. Door to door, nose to nose racing here now down into turn number 1. Still going to be side by side.
Bell slid up into Begunia.
Begunia falls a crossover.
Bell slid up into Begunia and
Bell goes up to the outside wall. Hard contact. He's going to lose a ton of positions.
What happened with Jacob Adams? He just...
See if we can go back on replay and look at that real quick. Oh my! Adams was in there really hot. I don't know what he was doing, but maybe trying to drive it in deep to clear Hensley, but he got into the back bumper of the 95. The 95 almost collected Begunia into that as well, and almost collected even more cars from Bell going up to the outside wall. Unbelievable. That's going to really hurt that race car.
Yeah, Bell is not going to be happy with Adams at all. As there's a fight going on now for the 4th position between Hensley and Bresci as contact.
Into him, almost turns him. Out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway now. Griffin is right onto the back bumper of Hensley. Briar LaPrade trying to get a piece of this action as well. Some really, really aggressive racing going on at the lap 60.
Griffin all over the back bumper of Hensley, hitting him quite a bit. Looks like LaPrade might clear for the 5th position. Now Griffin looking to the outside of Hensley.
Coming on to lap 68 now, some really, really aggressive racing. Now Hensley looking underneath Briar LaPrade again. Maybe trying to keep that position away. He drifts up, almost gets into Breyer's
contact
door.
between Griffin and Hensley. And then Hensley gets into LaPrade.
Gives Breyer a tap. Some really aggressive racing going on.
I don't really think Hensley was trying to hit LaPrade. I think he was just trying to get control of his car from when Griffin hit him.
Yeah, I don't think that was on purpose at all, but now Tyler Hensley trying to shove LaPrade out of the way for sure, trying to get that position back.
Hensley all over the back bumper of LaPrade and hitting him. He is really trying to get by him for that 5th position.
Absolutely, Briar LaPrade, you know, he's been holding strong all night. The back bumper of that car is really beat up at this point, and you can see the front bumper of Hensley really beat up. You show the guys that are trying to hold positions and you know, trying to be aggressive and gain the positions. Well, it shows just by where the damage on these race cars.
Looks like we've got a pretty good battle going between Baron Labosco and Shane Tarrant, and a few drivers behind them. A really big gaggle back there around the 10th position.
Yeah, a lot of cars kind of stacked up back here right now, and Shane Tarrant kind of managed to pull away, but all these guys still trying to fight hard for positions. You see Matthew Bell ended up back there as well.
Yeah, Bell diving it down under the 20 and 81, trying to get by them. I think the 95 Bell is down a little bit on horsepower.
Oh, the 4 machine almost. 4 machine goes for a Tokyo drift down through turns 1 and 2. He almost collects the field. He manages to save it. We still stay green. Lot of aggressive racing going on throughout the pack right now. Going back and kind of a battle heating up for the 4th position, maybe between Briar LaPrade and Thomas Bresci. LaPrade right to the back bumper of the 24 machine.
Bresci drove in really deep into 1. LaPrade's going to be looking under and off of 2 and down the back straightaway. Really drive it deep into 3.
Yeah, down the front straightaway now. Briar LaPrade can't seem to get anything done against the 24 machine of Bresci. Now Tyler Hensley and Cody Griffin starting to catch these guys once again as well.
Yeah, Hensley was all over the back bumper of LaPrade. Looks like he's pulled away a little bit now. But now LaPrade's stuck behind Bresci.
Down into turn number 1. It looks like a LaPrade trying to find maybe a different line, maybe trying to find a different angle going into the corner than Thomas Bresci, but nothing seems to be working right now.
LaPrade's going to get a really good run out of 4, right to the back bumper of Bresci, looking to the inside into turn number 1. Right, even with Bresci. Almost a little bit of contact out of 2. LaPrade gets really loose.
LaPrade gets really loosed out off turn number 2. He lost all the ground that he had just gained. He's going to have to go for it again. That actually allowed the 5 and the 3 to catch up a little bit.
Yeah, but Hensley got really loose out of 4, so Griffin's looking to the inside into 1. Looks like Hensley will hold on to the position 4 now.
Hensley managing to keep that position, but Cody Griffin right there, still kind of underneath him. Hensley clears once again, that time by at a turn number 4, but now heading down into 1. Griffin with a power move down to the bottom.
Dead even out of 2. Looks like Hensley will get a pretty good run as Griffin gets really loose out of 2 into 3. He's been getting really low in 3 and actually hitting the inside wall just a little bit the lap before. We've still got that battle going on for the 4th position, but LaPrade just hit one of the rumble strips down at the bottom, and that really slowed him down.
Yeah, that'll do it. That's one thing that these guys aren't used to as well, having those big... I'm not even sure if that could be considered a rumble strip at that point.
It's a rumble bump.
Yeah,
it's a roadblock.
There are a lot of bumps down there, and that can destroy the front of a race car.
Yeah, I've actually had it a few times in late models actually just blow the engine. So you need to be really careful with those. As Cody Griffin looking under Hensley for the 5th position.
Griffin diving under the
Hensley in the wall.
Again, and now Hensley gets up into the wall. He'll lose 2 positions out of that one. The 33 getting by him as well.
33 of Cahill Holmes trying to get under Hensley. Can't do anything quite yet, as he's got the 12 of Thomas right behind him.
Walker Thomas kind of caught up to these guys now, and along behind him is Shane Tarrant in the 38 of Machine. You can see kind of the different lines that these guys are trying to run now. Some guys actually entering the corner in the third groove.
We got the stage coming up here, about 2 laps to go at the line. Doesn't look like there's going to be much of a battle for the lead as we go back up front. Ryan Hartz has just over a 3-second lead over Cole Begunia.
Yeah, Ryan Hart's leading this thing in dominating fashion so far, and Cole Begunia, you know, I'm kind of impressed with the way that he's been running tonight. He was the first guy to make that outside line work.
Yeah, but Begunia's got pressure from Adams. Adams is running the wall up in 1 and 2.
And then kind of slingshotting it down off the corner. I've seen a couple of guys trying to do that, but not to the extent that Adams is right now.
Yeah, we've seen some up in the third groove and coming down, but I've never seen someone up by the wall.
It seems to be working for him a little bit, though. I mean, kind of into the third groove that time. You see Begunia really drifts up through the center of the corner that time by.
Well, Pratt did finally get by Bresci.
So Ryan Hartz will end up being the stage winner out of that one, and he'll get the bonus points for that. So that's good news for him, but he is just leading this thing in dominating fashion so far. It looks like the battle between Begunia and Adams just starting to heat up.
Yeah, Adams is definitely faster than Begunia, but he got a really good run out of 4, looking to the inside of Begunia. Begunia's going to let him go into 1. No, not quite.
Oh, they make contact. Adams makes contact. Door slams the 7 machine of Begunia. Begunia not going to be happy about that one for sure. Shoved him right up out of the groove.
Yeah, Begunia tried to let him go, and Adams just stored him out of the way. So now Begunia has pressure from the 14 of LaPrade.
LaPrade right on the back bumper, maybe. I think Begunia is maybe going to try to give him some room, or maybe try to pull a slingshot down on the back straightaway, and it worked that time.
Thomas Bresci looking to the inside of LaPrade. Caution is out.
Caution on the speedway, turn 4.
Taylor Hensley's around after contact with the 33 of Cahill Holmes.
Wow, so yeah, Tyler Hensley going around. It looks like the 33, second verse, same as the first, drifted up down off turn number 4. And yeah, that time, the car involved not as fortunate to keep it straight. Tyler Hensley going around to bring out the yellow.
But Hensley didn't hit anything.
No, Hensley did not hit anything. So that's good news for him.
And everyone is coming down pit road, led by Ryan Hartz. Hartz, same thing.
So yep, everybody coming down a pit road, and see if there's any strategy being played on this one. I don't expect to see much strategy played until the end of this thing, Evan.
Yeah, I agree, but one thing it is kind of nice to do is try it out now here early in the race, but I really don't know if you want to take the risk of going back in the pack.
Yeah, that's a really good point as well. You know, it's something, it's hard, especially on the short tracks, because there is so many options to do on these short tracks, and regarding tires and everything, but...
Everyone did 4 tires under that last stop. The idiot of Adams may have gotten the wave around.
Yep, so, looks like these guys going to be stacking back up once again on their pace speed after Hensley going around up out of turn number 4. So far, Evan, what are your thoughts on this thing?
Well, it's being a pretty clean race until about 20 laps ago. That's when it started becoming a true short track race and a lot of beating and banging. So it's pretty clean for the beginning, and I only expect it to get a little bit dirtier.
Hearts, I'm sure, loving the battles that he's seen behind him so far. Adams, I'm sure, will try to pull a move on him going down into turn number 1 on the restart. We should be getting 1 to green this time by. Holmes getting the penalty for that wreck, goes to the end of the line. Flagger shows wanting to go at the stands. We'll be going racing next time by. So pace car pulls down into pit lane. The field ready to go back. Green flag racing. Ryan Hart's leading the field rounds now. Green flag is back in the air. Here we go again.
Adams got a pretty decent restart while Pred is looking to his inside for the second position. Bagunia looking up in the third lane, trying to get to the outside of Adams. Not doing anything quite yet.
Ryan Hart's pulling away once again. He loves what he's seeing in his mirror now. Briar LaPrade trying to go for the second position. It looks like Griffin got
the
bumper
got the wall.
LaPrade.
Rusty got on the wall, kept it straight, not too much damage, as the 4 case of shoes going around in 1 and 2.
Caution flag on the speedway once again. The 4
Baron
of shoe up against the outside wall.
Baron Labosco just got into his left rear quarter panel.
It looked like they were about to go 3 wide. Labosco didn't really know where to go. Sent Casey Shue right around up against the outside wall. Pretty heavy contact with the outside wall of the Ford machine.
That's the second time Labosco has done that. The first time is with the 12 of Walker Thomas.
Well, things were starting to get pretty heated and just off of that restart there, but caution flag will fly and slow these guys back down once again.
A few drivers coming down the pit road and no one from the top 10. First one on pit road is the 20 of Kyle Zimmer.
I was a little bit concerned about that restart, Evan. You know, I thought it was going to end, I thought they were going to end up delaying it. There was a car that was coming to a stop to let the field by on the back straightaway. He was put to the end of the line by iRacing and their automatic officiating system because I believe he had just come out of pit lane. And
it
maybe
was
a little bit of miscommunication.
Capel.
Yeah,
but he got it going before that restart.
Yeah, I was a little bit worried that they weren't going to be able to get that restart in.
Should be getting the 1 to green this time by. Nope, 2 to green it looks like.
Yeah, a little bit of cleanup being done on the racetrack right now, and it looks like these guys should be getting a 1 to green signal this next time by.
Yeah, now that we have a little bit of time here, we're going to do a quick through the field for the top 10. Looks like Ryan Hartz is your leader, Jacob Adamson second, Briar Pratt in third, Cody Griffin in fourth, Cole Bagunia in fifth, and then Shane Tarrant, Thomas Bresci, Tyler Hensley, Baron Bosco, and Matthew Bell rounding out the top 10.
So that is your quick through the field for the top 10. And it looks like the lights on the pace car are out, and these guys once again will get stacked up, doubled up, and ready for the restart.
Pace car getting ready to pull down into pit road. It does. Now just waiting on the 03 of Hearts to get this thing back underway. Waiting on him to get going. And he is back underway. We're back underway here at Myrtle Beach.
Ryan Hartz with a great restart once again, and they're going to be stacking them up a little bit down into turn number 1. Everyone gets through fairly clean. Cody Griffin getting a little bit loose, but Cody Griffin made his way all the way up into the 3rd position. Now Adams trying to get to the back bumper of Hartz.
Yeah, Cody Griffin looking under the 8 of Adams.
They're going to be side by side down into turn number 1. Looks like Cody Griffin with a power move. Now contact off turn number 2.
Griffin has a slight advantage into 3, losing a little bit in the center. Adams getting a pretty good run out of 4.
Adams had a pretty good run that time by Griffin, trying to hold the bottom now, and they've got company from behind. Shane Tarrant and Briar LaPrade right on their back bumpers. Even more contact down off turn number 2 again.
LaPrade is all over the back bumper of Griffin, but he has nowhere to go at the moment until one of those drivers in front of him can get cleared. Griffin gets really loose out of 4. Almost
that stacks him up a little bit, almost looking 3 wide. There was Briar LaPrade, but it looks like Cody Griffin gonna try to catch back up to the 8 machine now, and while this is all going on, Ryan Hartz is pulling away from the field once again.
Yeah, Ryan Hartz is loving what he has seen as rearview mirror as Cody Griffin gets up in front of Shane Tarrant and is trying to get underneath the 8 of Adams once again.
And yeah, well, here comes Cole Baguni again, guys. He's trying to make his way back up to where he was before. He was up there in the 2nd position.
Yeah, we know Bagunia has a really good car, and actually a pretty clean car. Doesn't look like he has much, if any, damage.
Griffin really loose down into the corner. He saves it, but now right onto the back bumper of him is the 14 of LaPrade. Awesome save down into turn number 1 from Griffin.
Pratt driving it in deep into turn number 3 to the outside of Griffin. Looks like Griffin may clear him out of 4, not quite.
Griffin now underneath the 8 machine once again of Adams. Can he get clear one of these times? Now LaPrade trying to maybe stick to the back bumper of the 8 machine. Not gonna happen now. They're going through the lap car of Casey Shue.
He's going down to pit road. Not quite sure what's wrong with his car.
Looked like he had a lot of contact, or a lot of damage from some pretty heavy contact with something, whether it was another car or the inside wall or what, but he's taking it down into pit road.
Adams into the wall, but he really didn't lose anything.
No, a little bit of a scrape to the outside wall didn't hurt him at all, but now Cody Griffin has a pretty good run, but Adams has the better run up on the high side.
Griffin might just need to do a little bit of a slide job to clear Adams, because no one's really gaining or losing at the moment.
Looks like Cody Griffin is a lot better through the center of the corner than Adams, but Adams just seems to stick with him on exit there, and well, they've got a lot of cars behind them, Evan. And now Tarrant clips those bumps down to the bottom of the racetrack. He slips up. He's going to lose some positions.
Yeah, behind Adams and Griffin is about 5 cars that are all trying to get around them. But it's really hard to pass when the guys in front of you are too wide.
Yeah, absolutely, Evan. Now Cody Griffin trying to get out of position once again. A lot of cars kind of bunched up here. They're side by side behind them as well for position. It looks like that's Thomas Bressie and Josh Adams. Jacob Adams up here fighting in the 8 machine, trying to get that 2nd position. Briar LaPrade now right to the back bumper of him. Adams up into the wall. Briar LaPrade and him make contact down into turn number 3. Now they make contact with Griffin out of turn number 4.
Yeah, Griffin just put Adams into the wall. And that's going to allow LaPrade to get under Griffin and try and get that 2nd position. Slides up.
They're playing bumper tag as LaPrade gets really loose. That'll hit Griffin the spot once again.
And there's about 5 cars back there all battling for position.
Oh no, Adams up to the wall again. He makes contact. The 38 goes around. He goes around in front of the rest of the field. Caution flag will wave.
I don't know how 4 drivers did not get caught up in that. He spun out in front of about 4 cars.
I thought for sure more cars were going to be involved in that one. A 38 machine of Tarrant going around. That was some really crazy racing. Adams got up on the outside wall, and Tarrant unfortunately had nowhere to go.
And then Adams got into Tarrant with nowhere to go.
Yup, the other Adams brother got into Tarrant in the 88, and that sent the 38 machine of Tarrant right around.
And it looks like everyone is coming down on the pit road. Getting close to 100 laps to go. Probably about 130 once we get back to the green.
Bagunia coming off pit road first.
Yeah, Bagunia and Pred both did 2 tire stops. So we'll see how that plays out for them with everyone else on 4 tires.
Well, pit stops completed, and looks like a little bit of a mix-up in the running order here, but nevertheless, we'll be right back. Don't miss the action after this commercial. And we're back, folks, ready for the restart here now once again. Looks like Briar LaPrade, Cole Bagunia is your leader. He chose the outside. Briar LaPrade on the bottom. They're on the gas once again. Green flag back in the air.
Yeah, I think LaPrade and Bagunia may have been working together. They both did the 2-tire strategy, and then Bagunia let LaPrade have the bottom. But 03 of Hearts back into the 3rd position. He's the first driver on 4 tires.
Let's see what Hearts does to try to get past these guys. Now we know Hearts has a bad fast machine out here.
Hearts had the fastest car on equal tires. Let's see what he can do with better tires. Hits the curb almost up into LaPrade. It's going to allow the 80 of Adams to get looked to his outside.
Yeah, LaPrade I thought was going to end up going around at that time. Not going to happen though. Now looks like Adams in the 88 machine wants a piece of action. He's looking underneath the 03 of Hearts.
This is exactly what Bagunia and LaPrade need. A little bit of a battle for 3rd to keep those fresh tires back.
Absolutely, Evan, and yeah, this is what they like to see in their rearview mirror. LaPrade and Bagunia up front of this thing just on 2 tires, but now Hearts is clear of Adams, and Hearts has his eyes set on those 2 guys as they're going to hit cross flags halfway this next time across the stripe.
Yeah, we've seen how hard it is to pass on equal tires, so we'll see if Hearts can make it look any easier on better tires. It's halfway.
So now Hearts ducking underneath the 14 machine of LaPrade. They're going to be side by side heading down the back straightaway.
Going into turn number 3, 14 LaPrade cleared him on entry. Going to lose a little bit on exit as he almost gets up and into the wall, but he did a really nice job to clear Hearts. As LaPrade's looking to the outside of Bagunia for the lead. Almost contact.
My Hearts almost makes contact with the 14. The 14 gets loose down off turn number 4 down the back straightaway. Now heading down into turns number 3 and 4. Bagunia still out front of this thing, but not without company from the 14.
I think LaPrade is a little bit quicker, but he's been trying everything he can to get by him except for using the bumper. Will he use that here shortly?
It's past halfway, Evan, and I still think it's a little bit too early, but with how these guys have been racing so far, who knows? Is Hart's trying to put a bumper to the 14?
Yeah, Hart's just giving LaPrade a friendly love tap, just letting him know I am here and I want by. Usually they'll give him about 3 warning shots before they wreck him or move him. Caution's out.
Caution on the speedway, turn
Walker
number
Thomas.
1. The 12 machine of Walker Thomas is around. He took a quick spill through the grass there on the inside, and wow, it looked like that was a whole big stack up. Tyler Hensley had to check up hard for Labasco. He got clipped by the 81, and then the 81 then got loose down the front straightaway from whatever, maybe still trying to save his race car, got into the 12 once again, and Walker Thomas makes pretty heavy impact to the inside wall.
But here comes all the leaders onto pit road, except for the 33 of Cahill Holmes. He's staying out.
Maybe trying to
or he's getting
lead
the
the
wave
lap,
around, it looks
know.
like. Looks like he was a lap car getting his wave around.
Hartz, oh my gosh. Bagunia ended up with, I think, some front end damage. Hard shoved Bagunia up over the rumble strip down there. I think Bagunia's car might be fine, but Bagunia coming into pit lane once again.
Did he get a speeding penalty? Or did he get a penalty for an unsafe exit caused by Hartz?
I don't know. But I don't think Bagunia's going to be too happy about that. Hart shoved him all the way up onto the racetrack, and I think that caused the penalty for Bagunia by iRacing's automated system, not league officials. But oh my!
Yeah, it looks like he may have got caught speeding out of the corner, or not out of the corner, but out of pit road, trying to beat Hartz out. So that will give the lead back over to Ryan Hart, and as Brandon's back now, do you know what gave him the penalty?
League officials weren't aware of any penalties given out, but I believe they're reviewing the whole thing now, because if Hart did intentionally shove him up or there was intent, I don't know if it was maybe just stacked up, the drivers didn't really know what was going on, but Bagunia was definitely shoved above the line one way or another. So league officials are reviewing the incident now.
As the lights are on the pace car getting ready to come back to the green, Ryan Hart's inside, Barrow Pratt outside, pace car down into pit road. Waiting on Hart's to get on the throttle here in 3 and 4, coming onto the front straightaway. Waiting on Hart's to get this thing back underway. He does, and we're back underway here at Myrtle Beach. Cody Griffin with a really good restart. He's going to clear while Pratt, it looks like. Not quite, with Pratt fighting back on the outside out of turn number 2.
Ryan Hart's back out in front of this thing now, but Cody Griffin trying to keep the second position. LaPrade on his outside, maybe a little bit of bumping, a little bit of shoving, a little bit of door slamming. Down off of turn number 4. Cody Griffin keeps the position.
Cody Griffin started back in 15th after only getting 2 laps of practice. So really nice run by him. As LaPrade is putting the bumper to him, trying to get by.
I think
Griffin
Griffin kind of shoved his way through there, and LaPrade not too happy about it. LaPrade doing everything in his power to try to get to the back bumper to the 3 machine right now.
And there's 2 cars stopped on the front stretch in the grass.
No caution being thrown yet. That incident's all clear now.
Trevor Hensley and Patrick McLaurin, I believe, but they both got it back going.
So Cody Griffin managing to hang out of that second position. Now Brian LaPrade has company from the 88th machine of Josh Adams. Almost got to the back bumper of LaPrade.
Adams all over the back bumper of LaPrade, as LaPrade is all over the back bumper of Griffin.
Oh, LaPrade right to the back bumper of Griffin now, and Adams right to the back bumper of LaPrade. We almost had a sack up there. Heading down the back straightaway now. LaPrade trying to dive it down in. Adams diving it down in as well. These guys
Caution
getting
is
so
out.
close. Caution on the speedway. It looks like the 20 machine of Zimmer is up against the outside wall. He went around.
Oh, big contact
Wow, that
at the
was
outside
heavy
wall.
contact. Cole Bagunia was trying to make his way through and almost up and over with the 20 machine up against the outside wall. Oh my.
Looks like Zimmer might have just got loose out of 2 and Bagunia just had nowhere to go.
Yeah, that's what it looked like to me. Unfortunate break for Zimmer there, but yeah, the 7 machine just had nowhere to go.
It's like almost everyone coming down pit road except for the 88 of Josh Adams and Jacob Adams. As well as Rusty Capel also staying out. But it looks like he's coming down pit road now. So the 2 drivers that stayed out, they've got 11 laps on their tires. Do you think that will hurt them too much, Brandon, or do you think they'll be fine?
With what I've seen tonight, the guys on the fresher tires will definitely be faster, but they will not drop back as much as some would think. With only 11 laps run on this set of tires, I think they'll be okay.
Yeah, and it's shown it's been really hard to pass here cleanly, at least. So that could really help them. As it looks like LaPrade was the first off pit road. He did a 2-tire stop. Everyone else behind him did 4. Lights are still on the pace car, so it should be about 2 more laps till we get back under the green flag.
So yeah, the 2 Adams brothers staying out under this caution. They'll be starting 1-2 for the restart, and this should be interesting, Evan.
Yeah, we've seen those 2 drivers already have a little bit of contact tonight. As the lights are out on the pace car. Brian LaPrade, first car on tires. He did take 2. He'll be second row inside, and then Ryan Hart's first on 4, second row outside.
Everyone kind of playing their own strategy right now. Ryan Hartz, we saw him take 4 tires last time. We saw him prevail from taking 4 tires last time, but LaPrade was able to hold in there. See what happens here on the restart. Green flag back in the air. We're underway once again.
LaPrade got a pretty good restart. Oh, Cody Griffin going 3 wide, backing out just a little bit.
Cody Griffin trying to make a hole down there, trying to force himself through. Didn't quite work out, but he did gain a couple positions from that.
Yeah, as LaPrade is trying to get by the 8 of Jacob Adams. He did clear him now. He's going to slide up in front of him. Going into turn number 1.
Hart's right on the back bumper to the 8 machine now. Nowhere to go. Hart's needs to find a way around before he loses too many positions up there on the high side. And now the 14 machine has his eyes set on the lead against the 88.
Yeah, Hartz is blocked in right now. He's got a car in front of him, behind him, and to his inside, so he has nowhere he can go right now.
There was almost a 3-wide situation there. Hartz trying to do anything he can to get around these guys. He knows that he has the fresher tires. He knows that he can be faster.
Just about contact with Hartz and Adams. Keeping it clean there. It's a battle for the lead. 14-year-old Pratt looking under Adams for the
Looks
lead.
like they're going to be pushing it 3 wide behind them. That settles that now.
Still got the battle going on for the lead. 2 tires versus no tires. Going into turn number 1. Oh, Hartz.
He gets really loose down in there, clips the curb, almost drifts up into the 8 machine of Adams.
He did drift up. He did door him. And so Pratt clears for the lead, but Adams is fighting back on the outside. He will clear though.
Oh my, oh my. Some awesome racing going on here.
Oh,
Super
Adams
aggressive.
just wrecked Hartz.
Hartz spins around. Caution flag on the speedway. Ryan Hartz, debatably the fastest car on the racetrack all night, goes around. Heavy contact.
Adams just wrecked him. Just doored him on the straightaway.
Going, let's see, out of turn number 4, looking at the replay, down the front straightaway. Yeah, I don't know. Wow. Yeah, Adams just plain doored Hartz going down the front straightaway. I don't know what that was about. Hartz does make contact with the inside wall. He's going to lose all of his positions now.
What Hartz was not happy about is the lap before that into 1. Hartz got a little too low and got on the bumps down there and just shot up into him. So it looks like Adams will be getting a drive-through penalty for that.
Yeah, confirmed by league officials. Adams will be given a drive-through penalty for that contact. League officials calling it unacceptable there, and I agree.
I can understand why he was pissed, but you just don't handle it like that.
No, absolutely not. And that's not racing, that's wrecking. And we don't like wrecking, we want racing.
And what Hartz did, that wasn't intentional. He made a mistake, got down and hit the rumble bumps, whatever we want to call them, and it picked the front of his car up and he just went straight. Adams probably didn't know that at the time. But we'll see what he thinks after he sees the replay.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, Adams, well, he's paying the price now. Drive-through penalty. He's going to lose all of his positions there. And possibly...
4 cars stayed out. Braro Pratt, Joshua Adams, Cody Griffin, and Matthew Bell. First one on Cyrus is Shane Taryn, which I believe he is on too.
So, possibility that Adams could go a lap down here from that penalty, Evan. League officials confirming he will have to serve that drive-through penalty under the green flag.
Yeah, he will at least lose 1, probably 2 laps.
Definitely at least going to lose 1 lap. Maybe tag just in front of the fields to avoid going 2 laps down. But yeah, you do the crime, you pay the time. Is that how that goes?
Yes. But I think Hartz is actually in a better position than Adams is. Hartz is only 1 lap down, and I believe Adams should be 2 down.
Yeah, and that's why league officials decided to give him a drive-through.
And pace car coming down in the pit road, waiting on the 14-lap Pratt to get this thing back underway. Here in 3 and 4 coming on to the front straightaway. And he's back on the throttle. We are back underway here at Myrtle Beach.
Down the front straightaway, heading down into turn number 1, LaPrada with a great restart. Cody Griffin trying to hang on to that second position. Now the 88 of Adams has company. They're going to be 3 wide down the back straightaway.
3 wide for a little bit down the back straightaway. Singled out now to 2 wide between Begunia and Matthew Bell back there for the 3rd position, I believe.
These guys all kind of stacked up here off the restart, but everything seems to get sorted out. These guys getting through without a yellow flag flying so far. Cole Begunia, he was at the back of the pack after a pit road incident. Now he's working his way back up through the field. He's up to the 4th position.
Trevor Hensley looking under, Cole Begunia looking under Joshua Adams for the 3rd position. dead even down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Looks like Adams has a slight advantage in 3 and 4.
So the 8 machine just served his drive-through, and looking at it, it looks like he is currently being scored 1 lap down. So that penalty has been served from him, and now a heavy battle between Cole Begunia and the 88 of Adams.
And Shane Tarrant is trying to get in that fight. Oh, contact from Begunia and Adams. Both drivers keep it straight, doing a really nice job there.
And now where did Tyler Hensley come from again? He's working his way back up through the field.
Tarrant all over the back bumper of Begunia, who's all over the back bumper of Adams. None of the drivers can get by each other quite yet, as we are just under 100 laps to go. Caution is out.
Caution flag on the speedway.
Looks like the 9 of Rusty Cable went around after contact from Jacob Adams. Well, no. Jacob Adams was not involved in that. Adams was right behind me, but there was no contact between those 2 drivers. As the 20 of Kyle Zimmer goes behind the wall, he is done for the night. And Shane Tarrant is staying out, as well as Hartz. It looks like Hartz is trying to get a lap back, but he will not be able to because of Shane Tarrant. Ryan Hart's getting the lucky dog, actually. So he will be back on the lead lap. He'll have about 85 laps to get back up to the front.
And folks, while pit stops are going on real quick, I would like to say I would appreciate it if you didn't fill up our Twitter feed with bad comments about anything that's going on in the broadcast. You know, we get it that maybe you're mad about a call that league officials made, but don't spam our account for it, folks. You know, we don't have any control of it. We just bring you the action here, you know, with the Hardline Racing League and any league that we cover. So, you know, don't get mad at us about a call. That's not our job, folks. So we'd appreciate it if you kept it positive with us. And the only reason I'm saying that is because, well, that's what our Twitter feed was after that call. Don't get mad at us about it. You know, that's not our call, folks.
So it looks like Cole Begunia is the first driver on tires. He did 2 tires, everyone else behind him on 4. Lights are still on the pace car, so at least 2 more laps around here before we get back under the green flag. So Brandon, how many more cautions do you expect tonight with around 84 or so laps to go?
I expect at least, I want to say I expect 3 more cautions. Only because towards the end of this thing, I know these guys are going to start to get rough.
Yeah, I really don't know if it is possible to get much rougher than they are right now. Just, these drivers are making a lot of contact with each other. And so lights are out on the pace car, getting ready to come back to the green. 38 Shane Tarrant inside, staying out on old tires. 7 of Cole Begunia on 2 tires. Everyone else behind him on 4 fresh tires. Pace car pulling down in the pit road, waiting on Shane Tarrant to get on the throttle. They are in 3 and 4 right now, coming down to the front straightaway. Waiting for Tarrant to get on the throttle. He does. We're back underway. Cody Griffin got really loose on that restart.
Yeah, Cody Griffin spinning the tires there off the restart. He manages to keep it straight though, but he's got company from behind. Now battle for second is on.
Yeah, Riley LaPrade trying to get by Cole Begunia. Cole Begunia putting the bumper to Shane Tarrant. Almost 3 wide for the lead.
Side by side, heading down into turn number 1 now. Begunia in the 7 machine up on the high side. The 14, LaPrade on the low side. Now LaPrade is going for the lead on Shane Tarrant at the 38. Power moved out of the racetrack that side by underneath the 38 of Tarrant.
Well, Pratt has the advantage going down into turn number 1. Begunia stuck behind Terran right now as Pratt clears. Shane Terran trying to fight back on the outside, but he cannot do anything on those older tires.
New leader, Briar LaPrade out front of this thing now. Shane Terran, Cole Begunia sideways through the corner. He saves it, but he lost a ton of ground.
Begunia, this is not Tokyo Drift.
No, not at all, but now Griffin and Terran are side by side. This is the battle for second. Griffin trying to clear, isn't going to quite clear that side by now. Off of turn number 4, he clears. The 88 of Adams underneath Shane Terran now.
Yeah, Shane Terran is getting eaten up by these old tires.
Griffin almost up to the outside wall. That gives the advantage to Adams. Now Adams dives it in deep, not giving any room that time by as Griffin down at the top of the racetrack.
Adams still trying to get under Griffin. A little bit of contact there. Both drivers keep it straight. Adams is all over the back bumper of Griffin.
Heading down into turn number 3, Adams. Power move down to the bottom of the racetrack once again. Right to the back bumper of Griffin. Not going to make anything happen that time by it once again.
There is a train of drivers right behind Cody Griffin, about 5 or 6, all trying to get by.
Yeah, absolutely. Starting to stack things up a little bit. Guys starting to maybe become a little bit impatient here with the 3 machine. Adams especially because he sees all these cars lining up in his mirror.
Griffin is able to get better runs on exit than most of these drivers. As Adams starts hitting really deep into turn number 1, he's going to lose a lot more on exit than he usually does.
Absolutely, Griffin going to get a little bit of loose that time by. However, Adams dives it down into turn number 3 out of turn number 4. Griffin with a better run.
Drifting it out of 4.
Wow.
He was really sideways.
Now heading down into turn number 3 once again. We see Walker Thomas on pit road. That's not going to play in effect to anything right now. Looks like, you know, Briar LaPrade was kind of pulling away at first, but looks like these guys might be starting to reel him in a little bit.
Yeah, they're reeling him in just a little bit. Looks like LaPrade's car is really starting to fall off right now. So that's just going to be another car that's going to be added to this train.
Yeah, absolutely. And looks like, you know, visually we can definitely see as LaPrade gets loose that time by. Now heading down into turns 3 and 4, LaPrade lost a lot of ground. Cody Griffin right to his back bumper.
Griffin trying to dive it in deep into turn number 1, get under LaPrade. Couldn't do anything quite yet there. Turn number 2, LaPrade gets the slight advantage.
Down through turns 3 and 4, once again, LaPrade drifts up. Cody Griffin holding the bottom line. Now down the front straightaway, Griffin with a better run down into turn number 1.
LaPrade is running a lot higher than the rest of these drivers. It looks like it might be helping him a little bit just to defend. Griffin looking underneath. LaPrade can't do anything quite yet, but he got a really good run out of 4. Let's see if he does it into 1. He's going to try to.
Maybe backing off a little bit, seeing if he can get the run on exit. Wasn't able to do it last time, see if he can do it this time. The 14 getting loose once again.
Cody Griffin looking to under LaPrade. He's right on his back bumper. A little bit of contact there. Both drivers keep it straight.
Heading down through turns number 1 and 2 now, going down to the back straightaway. Wow, LaPrade gets really loose. Griffin right to his back bumper. He gives him the bumper. LaPrade drifts up the track, up to the outside wall. Cody Griffin takes the lead. Oh my!
That's almost the cleanest way you can do a dirty pass here at this short track.
Cody Griffin coming on the driver communication saying he didn't mean to hit him that hard, but we can count that as even for what's happened earlier in this race between those 2 drivers. So, that's that. That's short track racing, folks.
Now Adams is once again to the back bumper of Griffin. And then Shane Terran is right on his back bumper.
Heading down onto the front straightaway. Now Adams trying to play catch up to the 3 at Cody Griffin. Cody Griffin would love to see those guys battle behind him right now, but it's not going to happen as Adams is already right there.
Yeah, Taryn is on a little bit older tires, but he's doing a pretty nice job of hanging on.
Cody Griffin doing a great job hanging on to this lead, as you said, Evan. And, you know, I'm really impressed with Cody Griffin here tonight on the run that he's having.
Yeah, he came in here, I've said it a few times before, with only 2 laps of practice, so he's doing a really good job.
Looks like Adams trying to get something done, but he's got company from behind as well.
But those drivers behind him are battling while Pratt is trying to get back around Shane Taryn. Pratt is a little bit fresh tires.
Briar LaPrat trying to get around Shane Taryn. We know Shane Taryn is on a little bit older of tires here, but he's hanging in there quite well.
If LaPrat gets back up to Griffin, what does he do? That is the question.
Yeah, that is a good question, Evan, and well, he has to get there first. Right now he's got 2 cars in between them.
Which I think he is faster than both of those cars, but he can't get around them right now.
And now those 2 cars are looking to go side by side. Not going to happen that side by as Taryn gets really loose down the back straightaway there.
Yeah, Taryn is on about 10 lap older tires than the rest of the field. He's doing a pretty nice job to be able to hang up there still, though.
Briar LaPrat right to his back bumper. Not going to make anything happen that time by once again. We know LaPrat is a little bit faster, especially down on exit of the corners. And down the front straightaway, LaPrat has a good run now underneath the 38 machine.
Taryn got a little bit loose in the 1 that gave LaPrat the door. But Taryn got a really good run out of 2 and will clear LaPrat and keep the position.
LaPrat not able to make the pass that time by. Now the 88 seems to have caught up to the 3 machine of Cody Griffin.
Yeah, battle for the lead starting to form as Adams is looking to the outside of Griffin. Can't do anything quite yet.
Off of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Now the 88 machine versus the 3 machine. This is the battle for lead. 88 ties it down deep into the corner now on exit. It looks like he's not going to get as good of a run as he'd like. Cody Griffin managing to hang on a lead right now.
Adams is definitely faster than Griffin at the moment. Let's see if he can find a way around him without using the bumper.
Which I think right now is almost impossible here with the conditions of this racetrack. And, you know, the bottom line's the place to be. If you're going to want to make a pass here, you're going to have to move someone up. We've seen some fairly multi-groove racing, but not a lot of guys have been able to actually complete the pass on the outside. They've been able to stick with the guy, but they haven't quite been able to complete the pass.
Adams got right to the back bumper of Griffin in 3 and 4, lost a little bit out of 4 and down the front straightaway, getting a little bit back in 1 and 2.
See if he can do it out of turn number 2 now, heading down the back straightaway. And now keep in mind that these guys now have company from the 38 machine of Taryn.
Yeah, Taryn is right behind them, and then LaPrat has 3 cars behind them. So it could be a 7-car battle or so for the lead here shortly.
Absolutely, all these guys want a piece of the action here, especially as laps are ticking down.
Oh, Griffin really losing
Cody
the turn
Griffin
3,
really
saves it.
loose. Great save. He manages to hang on.
He keeps his spot.
See if Adams ducks below him down the front straightaway. This is the battle for contact. Cody Griffin going around down to turn number 1
Saves
on the outside wall. Oh no! In front of the field, he gets hit. They keep it going straight.
No.
No, now Cody Griffin's around. Caution flag on the speedway, your leader. Oh my.
What just happened there?
I don't know. I have no idea what just happened.
So Griffin
got
Tokyo
really
drifted
loose.
3 and 4. And then
Tried to defend. Well, no, actually, Adams got up into him, doored him. That sent him up into the outside wall. And then he thought he was going to save it. He made contact with Bresci. Bresci saved it. And then he went up trying to save his race car, made contact with Begunia. That sent him around. And that's what brought out the caution. That was crazy.
it's like everyone coming down pit road. Is there a car in this race that does not have damage?
I think it's going to be hard to find one.
So
A
it's
lot
like,
of bumping and shoving, banging and beating going on throughout this race.
it's like Ryan Hartz did get the lucky dog, so he will be back on the lead lap. And he'll have about 50 laps to go once we get back under the green flag to get up there, which I think he might be able to.
These guys back under pace speed once again here. So, it looks like Adams gonna be your leader right now.
Two drivers staying out to get the wave around, Patrick McLaurin as well as Walker Thomas. .49 laps to go now as the lights are out on the pace car. We'll be coming back to the green next time by. Joshua Adams taking the outside, Shane Tarrant on the inside. Pace car down in the pit road waiting for Adams to get on the throttle here in 3 and 4.
Adams choosing
Playing back
the
to the green.
outside. He's on the loud pedal. We're back underway here from Myrtle Beach Speedway.
Oh, Bressie turns the 95 of Bell.
Oh my, big stack up down in turn number 2. Caution flag is on the speedway. Big jump down there. Matthew Bell was the first car to go around. Thomas Bressie locked him up. Maybe a little bit of wheel hop going down there into turn number 1. They were already pushing 3 wide. Bell went around and down in front of the pack. Hard contact between him and Labasco, and then Casey Shue going around as well. A couple cars stopping to avoid the whole thing. Wow.
Yeah, it looks like Bressie just locked up the tires going into turn number 1. Just went up and into Bell.
So I don't expect any of these guys to pit this time. So while we have the chance, we're going to go to a quick side-by-side commercial break. Don't miss the action. We'll be right back.
I grew up in Northern California. My parents were just really big race fans and took my sister and I to, sprint car races pretty much every Friday and Saturday night. So I did outlaw kart racing from 7 till I was 14. And then that's when I got into 360 and 410 wing sprint cars. There's just something about dirt racing that's just, you can't get anywhere else. I enjoy going back to race them whenever I can. I get to run, about 20 to 25 dirt races a year and try and, put on a show every time I'm there.
Battle for the lead. Kyle Larson to the inside of Shane Stewart. Slide job, no. Larson unable to complete the pass. He'll follow Shane Stewart down the back straightaway. Stewart makes the move to the inside of Craig Kinsler. Kyle Larson goes around the outside out of turn 4. You've got a new race leader. Kyle Larson from 9th leads on lap number 23.
I'm probably just a little more relaxed, I guess, at the dirt track just because it's for fun, where the NASCAR stuff, you know, it's points racing and a lot bigger sponsors and stuff you have to please and all that. You're there for 3 days a week, so your approach is a little bit different there, where sprint cars you're there for 5 or 6 hours and moving on to the next racetrack.
And welcome back to PTR TV. We're getting ready to go back to the green flag. Pace car getting ready to pull down into pit road. It does. Now just waiting on Joshua Adams to get on the throttle. Coming through 3 and 4, getting ready to take the green flag. And he's on the throttle. We're back underway. Big checkup behind them.
Kind of stacking them up back there, and these guys is getting close to the end of the race. Under 50 laps to go. They're getting super aggressive now, heading down the back straightaway.
Briar Pratt trying to get to second place. He's right under the 38 of Taryn, as Taryn now clears. Cole Bagunia trying to get by Pratt now.
Now heading down into turn number 3. Looks like Briar LaPrade trying to get something done, but the 38 of Taryn right trying to look to the inside for the lead against the 88 machine.
Taryn got really loose out of 4, and that costed him his chance at the lead, but he's diving into 1, trying to get under Adams. Can't do anything quite yet.
Heading down off turn number 4 now, the 38 machine trying to get that position away, but he's got company from about 3 other cars behind them as well.
Yeah, we got 6 cars battling for this lead. Ryan Hartz is at the tail end of that line. Looks like Cody Griffin trying to get under the 7 of Bagunia. Can't do anything quite yet. Now he's under him. Dead even coming up turn number 2. Bagunia getting run down the back straightaway.
Heading it down through turns number 3 and 4, down off turn number 4, heading down the front straightaway. They've got company, guys, and they're coming on strong. Cody Griffin trying to make up some ground now, and Cole Bagunia right onto the back bumper of LaPrade.
Oh, almost contact as Bagunia checked up and Griffin got loose. Nice job by both of those drivers to not wreck each other. It's now Baguni's looking under LaPrade for the 3rd position. Can't do anything quite yet.
Down off of turn number 2, LaPrade trying to get around the 38 machine of Taryn. Power move down to the bottom of the racetrack. That time by. Now off of turn number 4 down the front straightaway. Let's see if LaPrade can hold it. Taryn with a good run, but LaPrade going to stay underneath him down into turn number 1.
LaPrade driving in deep into 1, losing a little bit through the center. Taryn should get a pretty good run off of the corner. Pretty even by both of those drivers then into turn number 3.
Little bit of a bump, a little bit of a shove down the back straightaway that time by LaPrade. Gets a little bit of loose on entry there, a little bit of wheel hop maybe, but now heading down the front straightaway down into turn number 1, ends up blanking a car. 6 cars sitting here under a blanket right now.
Once again, LaPrade with a pretty good advantage out of 2 and down the back straightaway.
Between him and Bagunia. Cody Griffin almost went around.
Nice job by both of those drivers there, as Joshua Adams is loving what he's seeing behind him. These 2 drivers racing for second.
LaPrade and Taryn still side by side for position right now. LaPrade now clear, trying to clear up the corner. Taryn saying, no, 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 I'm not going to let you by that easy. Now LaPrade slides up in front of him. LaPrade's got his eyes focused on Adams, your leader.
LaPrade is looking under Adams down into turn number 1, diving in deep into that corner, and now Taryn is on the back bumper of LaPrade.
Heading down the back straightaway, Adams gets up into the wall. Oh, no!
He lost all his track position. He's at the tail end of this pack now. So that gives LaPrade the lead.
Oh, my. So now LaPrade has the lead. Taryn right on his back bumper. Briar LaPrade now able to kind of just pull away and breathe a little bit. These guys
all
coming
over
up
the
on
back
30 to
bumper,
go.
though. Yeah, 30 laps to go at the line. That put Joshua Adams all the way back to the 5th position. Cody Griffin is still trying to get by Begunia. He got down on the bumps down below the apron. That got some a little bit of time.
Heading off of turn number 4 now. Cole Begunia sitting back there in the 3rd position. He's got company from Cody Griffin now, heading down into turn number 1.
Griffin has been trying to get by him for quite a while now, but he keeps hitting those bumps down on the apron.
Got really loose.
Griffin got the bumps, and he is losing a lot of position or track time from that.
Yeah, Griffin losing a lot of ground for sure, but right into the back bumper, Begunia once again. We know Griffin has a fast car. He was able to lead laps tonight, which is something that we haven't seen from him yet all season, I don't believe. And yeah, he's trying to be right here in the mix.
Yeah, he's putting the bumper to Begunia, letting him know he is there and that he is ready to get by. So Pratt is just pulling away from this gaggle of drivers.
Yeah, he is, and these guys back here trying to race hard. We saw how many spots Adams lost from that whole deal. He got up at the outside wall. He can't seem to make any of those positions back now.
Yeah, and Ryan Hartz, which is one of the fastest drivers tonight, is right behind him. Cody Griffin looking under Begunia.
Ryan Hart's got wrecked earlier in this race, and, well, he's trying to make his way back through the field. He's trying to salvage a decent finish.
Griffin side by side with Begunia in 1 and 2. Begunia got a really good run out of tune down in the back straightaway. Mike cleared no, Begunia up into the wall. He lost most of his momentum.
Cole Begunia now comes down, makes contact with the 3 of Griffin. Griffin still has a momentum off at turn number 4 down the front straightaway.
Griffin has cleared in 1 and 2. Begunia trying to fight back. He cannot do it. Now Ryan Hart's looking under Adams for the 5th position.
Adams clipped the rumble strip down there, clipped the big bumps down there, and dripped it up. That gave up some ground, and now Hart's is right on his back bumper.
Griffin has the cleanest car of all of these top 6 drivers, I do believe. So let's see if that can help him out a little bit, as he is now in 3rd position and chasing down Shane Tarrant for the 2nd position.
Cody Griffin really loose down off of turn number 4. He saves it, but now Cole Begunia right on his back bumper.
And Shane Tarrant is all over Prad's bumper for the lead. Hasn't been able to get under him quite yet, but he's got a pretty good gap, under 4 out of number 4.
Heading down the front straightaway now, and looks like Cole Begunia maybe going to try to fight for the 3rd position against Cody Griffin. Cody Griffin can't seem to make up much ground on your leaders, but let me tell you, Briar LaPrade has not pulled that far away from Shane Tarrant.
Yeah, Tarrant is all over his back bumper. Diving it down in.
With a power move.
He's blinking a little bit.
Shane Tarrant was blinking a little bit, backed out of it that time by. Maybe he can try again.
It's really hard to race around a car that is blinking.
And league officials will do something about that if it gets too bad.
Now Begunia trying to get to the outside of Griffin. Can't do anything quite yet. Under 20 laps to go.
Shane Tarrant, oh my, his internet spazzing out right now. Hard to keep him connected to the server.
Tarrant's still all over his back bumper, but he's blinking out. So I don't know if that might be hindering him from trying to get there.
League officials saying that they're going to watch it, but he is getting better watching us ping. For those of you who don't know what ping is, well, basically one of the main causes of what's happening right now.
Griffin hasn't been able to close much, but if these two leaders get tangled up with each other, he's going to be right there to pounce.
Absolutely, and looking at the 38 machine, he's bouncing all over the place still. It looks like his connection has gotten better from what I can see on my information.
Griffin's drifting out of turn number 4 and
Cody
into
Griffin's
1.
still trying to save that race car back there.
He's driving his butt off right now.
Absolutely he is, and trying to make something happen here, trying to catch these guys in front of him.
But all that's doing is bringing Begunia back to him.
Right now, Briar LaPrad's got company, but the company not much of an issue right now. He's blinking. He's not going to try to fight while he's got some internet issues, because that could cause a big mess down here through one of the corners if something were to happen with that. But Cody Griffin starting to catch the 38 machine now.
Yeah, he's starting to reel both of these drivers back in. It's one thing to catch him. It's a lot harder to pass him, especially here at Myrtle Beach.
But if he does catch these guys within the last, we got about 12 laps left. If he does catch him or catch these guys, he will not be afraid to use the bumper, I would imagine.
Yeah, Shane is starting to back off a little bit from LaPrade.
LaPrade walking away out there right now. He's on a Wednesday night drive. Oh, LaPrade gets really loose down the back straightaway. I thought he was for sure going around that time.
Yeah, and Griffin got into the wall just a little bit, so that slowed him down.
10 laps to go.
Coming up on a little bit of lap traffic. I don't know if they'll get to them before this race is over, but they could play and into this race.
Absolutely, it could, and well, this could get interesting, folks, if Briar LaPrade catches these guys within the last few laps here. It could slow them down enough for Shane Tarrant to maybe pounce.
Or we might get a caution before then. With how these drivers are racing, it would not surprise me.
Yeah, you never know, and especially at short track racing, you just never know what's going to happen.
Shane Tarrant starting to reel back in on LaPrade just a little bit. Don't know if he'll be able to do anything or not.
LaPrade drifts up, down off of turn number 4, a little bit of that time by Cody Griffin's got company from Cole Begunia back there now. And it looks like they've got a little bit of a battle going on. Keep an eye on this lap traffic, though, coming up on the lap car of Cole Borgstad right now.
Let's see if he leads the line to the leader. It looks like he might.
Cole Borgstad going up to the very high line against the wall, gonna let Briar LaPrade go.
I think LaPrade's gonna have this race won because we're coming up on 5 laps to go, and that will be the Irising cutoff lap most likely. So if caution comes out now, the race should be over.
Yep, absolutely. Have a good point. If the caution comes out now, they will end this
Borgstad up into the wall. He keeps it going.
Borgstad keeps it straight. These guys keep it under the green still. Coming up on the lap car of Walker Thomas now. Shane Tarrant, I don't think he's going to be able to do anything.
I think Tarrant's going to need LaPrade to make a mistake for him to get up to him.
Or have one of the lap cars make a mistake for him, but when he gets around Walker Thomas, I think he should be in the clear.
Yeah, it doesn't really have another lap car that will be coming up in time. Tarrant is a little bit quicker, but just cannot get it done in time, and do not believe.
Yeah, I don't think so, as they'll be hitting 2 laps to go this time by across the line. Popsicle sticks in the air. 2 laps to go for Briar LaPrade.
It's a battle going on between Griffin and Begunia back for the 3rd position. Begunia's really trying to get it as Briar LaPrade is coming to the white flag. 1 lap to go for LaPrade here at Myrtle Beach.
Coming down into turn number 1. White flag is in the air. This is Briar LaPrade's chance to shine here.
Coming down the back straightaway and into turn number 3. Briar LaPrade just has to make it through 2 more corners. Coming out of turn number 4 for the final time. Looks like Briar LaPrade will be the winner tonight here at Myrtle Beach. Our congratulations to Brian LaPrade and the top 3 finishers.
Ryer LaPrade coming home with the victory here tonight, the Hardline Racing League Contender Series. Here is he's going to get a little bit of a luck tap there from Shane Tarrant, and he'll burn it down here tonight at Myrtle Beach. Our congratulations go out to him, as he's going to burn it down here, and we'll be right with you after this quick commercial break.
On iRacing, I think since 2009 or 10. Yeah, I remember, starting out, I mean, as a rookie on there, you know, in the Legends and the late models and stuff like that. And that was fun to, you know, have to try and get your licenses up and stuff. But it's amazing to me how, now that I get to race on a lot of the tracks that are on there, how to the T, similar because of the laser scanning and stuff like that. So all the bumps and, you know, all the visual aspects of it are very good. So when I first got to like K&N and then the Nationwide Series at the time, I would race iRacing all the time to, you know, learn as much as I could about the racetrack before I went to the actual racetrack to race. So to me, it's just for fun now. So I enjoy going on there. Actually, I don't enjoy going on there all the time because I don't win a lot. So it's frustrating to see myself struggle to run top 10 in an Xfinity race or something like that and get beat by Logan Seavey every time I run a sprint car. So the level of competition on iRacing is better than real life. I mean, you've got thousands of drivers on there that, you know, a lot of them are probably better than the people you see on TV. They just haven't had the opportunities to make it, but can kick butt on there, and you can spend all day long running thousands of laps a day, so you can get yourself, you know, really good at it. So competition level is just unbelievable, really, on there.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the post-race show here on PTR TV. And, well, post-race interviews here. We threw Corey Silva down in pit road out of the producer's trailer. So, yeah, he's down there talking with Cody Griffin.
That race.
All right, Cody, you finished 3rd here tonight at Myrtle Beach Speedway. It was a really interesting race. We saw you lead some laps. We saw you fall back, get yourself back to the front. A lot of contact going on. Kind of wrap up tonight's activity for you.
Crazy. The race, I mean, it was fun. It was a lot of fun. I had a blast. Some of the most fun I've had racing in this league this season. But, man, I tell you what. Traffic was crazy. There was multiple grooves. It was really fun. I mean, you've seen guys going down on the low line through 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 like I was, but there was guys running the second lane up too. So it was a lot of fun. Had a blast. There's a lot of short track tempers flaring already. I know there's a few guys mad at me. I know I'm pretty sure the 88 hooked me there going into 1 when I was leading, but I ain't seen a replay yet, but it's all good. I mean, I ain't the only one that he's mad at, so I mean, there's a bunch of people mad, but it was fun. I hope it was fun to broadcast.
Oh, hell yeah, man. There was 2-3 wide action, a lot of bumping, short track activity going on. It was definitely a good race to watch. How much practice did you guys have here at Myrtle Beach? We know it's not it's a newer track on iRacing. You guys haven't run here before. What did you guys expect coming into tonight?
Well, none of us really knew what to expect because this league's a fixed setup, and at least I didn't know what setup we were going to be running until we got here tonight. I did some practice probably 3 weeks ago. I did some practice. I was using a different setup. We ended up using the Lucas Oil track. That's the setup we used, but the setup did pretty good. I mean, they did a pretty good job of picking the setup. It didn't really like the bump. This track's really bumpy. I know a lot of the viewers can't really tell that, but it is bumpy. I mean, it's horrible. It beats the crap out of we got force feedback on these. So, but anyway, they did a good job choosing the setup. I'm really tired. I'm not trying to ramble on and breathe heavy, but I'm just tired. That wore me out. I'm sweating like crazy.
I can imagine that, man. I turned laps here. I know it's not the easiest feat, but you ended up finishing on the podium tonight, 3rd place. Who do you want to give your shout outs to?
I'd like to give a shout out to everybody I got on the car, Proximity Motor Cars, Tracks Tavern, Bennett's Detailing, everybody on this car, week in and week out. Just appreciate all the friendly sponsors and everybody. Some chips in some and helps out too. So anything I can get, I'd like to thank PTR TV. You guys are awesome. You do a great job. Hardline Racing League, Cody Tabor, my whole team, JTM Motorsports. It's a great sanction they got going on here, and I'm looking forward to the chase. We're in the chase, so I'm ready to get it started. I've had some adversity I've had to battle through the past 2 weeks, and this definitely makes up for it. So I'm happy we finished where we did. Proximity Motor Cars Chevrolet doesn't look too bad, so we'll go on to next week at Watkins Glen, and I'm pretty good at road courses, so I'll see if I can't give Thomas Bressy something to challenge for.
All right, we'll take your word for it, Cody. We'll see what you got next week at the road course. Congrats again, and we'll talk to you next week.
Thank you, guys.
All right, and now Evan Black will talk to the second place finisher, Shane Taryn.
So, Shane Taryn, you come home with a second place finish after tonight's crazy race. What are your thoughts?
Trying to figure out how I even got here. I didn't even know what to do at this track. It was really fun. There was a lot of grooves, but only really one groove to pass. But I'll take it, I guess. I mean, I don't know how I managed only 4 X's out of this race, clean car. But man, I just wish I wasn't getting loose off the corner, catching Briar. I was faster to the entry of the corner and the middle of the corner. I just couldn't capitalize off the corner, so that's kind of how it hurt me. Just that I wish I could have gotten them.
Yeah, there with around 15, 20 laps to go. Did you think you'd be able to catch back up to him or not?
Yeah, every time I'd get close to him, I started blinking, and then I was like, man, I really don't want to wreck him from netcode. And so then I take it easy, and then when I take it easy, I lose my momentum, and I lose my line, and I have to gather it back up. So it's kind of my fault for taking it easy on the internet. I don't trust the internet when it's lagging like that, because I've seen a lot of netcode tonight. So I was like, man, I really don't want to win this way. So I just kind of backed off and waited, and then I tried to come back up, and it was just too loose at that point.
You know, we saw quite a few tire strategies out there. How much of the tires were out on the run?
Tires are great. I took 2 tires like 4 or 5 times. I think my left side's never gone any lower than like a 96. So the tires were great. I think 2 tires honestly handled better. Obviously, first few laps when I took 2 tires, I fell to like 3rd, but after like 10-15 laps, I was faster than them again, and they were on pressure tires. So tires are great.
All right. Well, is there anyone you'd like to thank or give a shout out to?
Yeah, I'm gonna thank you guys, for broadcasting, Cody for the league, my Rubens teammates who raced tonight, Josh, Jake, and Walker, and then I'll also give a shout out to my sponsor, Evil Controllers. I don't have them on this car, but I had them on Fridays, so.
All right, well, congrats on your second place finish. Thanks for talking with us.
Yeah, thank you.
And now Brandon will talk to our winner, Brian McCrad.
He's out of the race car now down here in the Myrtle Beach Speedway victory lane. Your winner here tonight in the number 14 machine, Brian LaPrade.
Yeah, PTR TV booth, get a copy.
So, yeah, Brian, you come home with a victory here tonight, and, well, how do you feel, man?
I'm honestly shocked because I just bought this track like 5 minutes before the race started, and I didn't expect this at all. I was last in practice, improved a little bit in qualifying, and the race I just improved over time. I'm happy with this.
Yeah, tricky track indeed, and obviously if you just got the track about 5 minutes before the race, you had no practice coming into this thing. Tell us a little bit about the race. How tough was it to hold the position all night long?
Definitely track position was a key to this race. It's really hard to pass. You just need to get up and towards the front, maybe take 2 tires. There's a lot of calls on that. It worked. You just had to just hold your ground. It's a short track race, and it was really fun to do it. Yeah, I'd love to do another race like this. I thought I wasn't going to enjoy it at all running last, but I somehow ended up front.
Now tell us a little bit about maybe the ups and the downs that you had all race. Obviously you're coming home with the win tonight, but tell us a little bit about maybe some things that happened that you'd love to improve at this track.
Definite ups is just the bumps in the track that gives you a lot of excitement going in the corners. Definitely gotta watch your rear wheels spinning around. Downs during the race, there was just a bunch of, like, I don't know, you brake checking and all that, but it's a short track, of course. And I wasn't, like I said, I had no practice, so I couldn't, like, judge the wall to where my right side of the car was. I'm pretty sure Tyler's mad at me, but I apologize there, Tyler. I kind of raced like a douchebag, but yeah, I don't know. Short track racing, I loved it. New track, awesome.
Well, is there anyone that you'd like to thank or give a shout out here to your victory here tonight?
Here for the meme squad, Cole Bagunia, Dylan McNichol, let's see here, Travis, Trevor Elam, Gunther Dadson, all the boys, they know who they are.
Well, awesome job, Brian. You're your winner again here at the Myrtle Beach Speedway, Brian LaPrade. So, folks, let's run down your finishing results real quick. Here tonight from the Myrtle Beach Speedway Hardline Racing League Contender Series, coming home with the victory here tonight was Brian LaPrade. Finishing in second was Shane Tarrant. Third was Cody Griffin. Fourth, Cole Bagunia. Fifth, Joshua Adams. Then it's Ryan Hart, Matthew Bell, Tyler Hensley, Jacob Adams, and Tanner Allen rounding out the top 10.
And Cahill Holmes finishing 11th, Thomas Bresci in 12th, Casey Shue in 13th, Brandon Bosco in 14th, Rusty Cable in 15th, and then Patrick McCorrin in 16th, Cole Borgstad in 17th, Walker Thomas in 18th, Kyle Zimmer in 19th, and Cody Tabor running out the field in 20th.
So, quick shout out to our channel sponsors here tonight. Air Movement Fabrications, Nottingham's choice for custom signs, designs, repairs, and all things metal. Visit them online at airmovefabs.co.uk or find them on Facebook. That's Air Movement Fabrications. Also, Krutz Custom Graphics, custom racing search, hero cards, paint schemes, and much more. From custom, wow, I wrote that.
It's your own promo.
Yes, custom racing shirts, hero cards, paint schemes, and much more. From local racers to big race teams, we've got your back. Based out of upstate New York, Krutz Custom Graphics is the motorsports design specialist. Also, iBog iRacing Broadcast Overlay Graphics. Custom coding and theme design for iRacing's two main overlay systems, ATVO and IRTVO. If you're a broadcast company looking to make your channel shine, talk to Jason Allison at iBog iRacing Broadcast Overlay Graphics. Also, be sure to check out our Patreon. To keep broadcast quality high and cost low for league owners, we need a little help from the fans. Check out our Patreon at patreon.com/PTRTV. If you donate and become a Patreon, you will get rewards that vary depending on how much you donate. Become a Patreon at patreon.com/PTRTV. You know, it threw me off not having the readouts in front of me, but I made it through. So, that's another broadcast here tonight. And, yeah, check out our Friday night broadcast here with the Hardline Racing League Cup Series from Martinsville. And that's a wrap here for tonight. So, hopefully you enjoyed yourself here with us. And good night and good racing.
Have a good night.